Welcome Aries to my channel Mending Tree Tarot. This is a general reading for you for the month of August. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. Please just take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. I take pop outs, so I've already meditated, shuffled, and done all of that before the recording in order to be a little bit more efficient here for you. As I'm laying this out, just be careful. There are scammers out there who are pretending to be other people, so make sure that you are following the links directly underneath videos of the people that you want to actually be in contact with, and make sure that you're on the correct social media accounts. And just so that you know, I don't have a social media account attached to this channel, so I personally will never reach out to you asking you if you want a personal reading or to ask for you to pay me money directly in that way. I do have a link for donations down below, but that is it, just that one link. So just be careful, Aries, is all I'm telling people. All right, let's get into your reading. I do have oracle cards to start. The Shaman's Dream Oracle is what I used for this, and I have tarot cards with the Rider-Waite. When we're all done with this, I will pick 2 cards from 2 different oracle decks for advice for you for this month. So we have Dances on One Foot, Balancing Act. There is an element here that you have been really looking and assessing what is serving you, what is not serving you, in order to free up more time, because you have been going through this difficult period where you've been feeling perhaps a little overwhelmed. There's just a lot going on for you in your life at this time, and so you're starting to learn to say yes to those things that make sense for you in the life that you want, and to say no to those things that don't fit with your vision of what you want your life to include. And so this is what you have been dealing with. Into the present moment, we have straddling worlds, wandering between realms. So there's also this element here that you are evolving, you are changing, which makes sense when you start to say yes to those things that you want and be more definitive about how you want your life to be. When you do this, you start to change, and you change who you are, because not that you're becoming somebody completely different, but who you are presenting yourself to be to the outside world becomes more defined. And so you're going through this metamorphosis, this change in your life from how you have been and how you have been acting within the world, to now who you are and how you want things to be in your life. And so saying yes to what you want to say yes to, and saying no to those things that you don't. And so that's more of what you're doing right now. And you're starting to, and you realize that this new you also means saying goodbye to an old way of being, an old life that you had, which I feel like there's some kind of grieving process to that, and maybe some still holding on to that previous energy. But know that that's okay, and that's natural. Into your near future, we have the Benefactor, Grace in Generosity. This is saying that there's a lot of good things coming your way, Aries, okay? There's more of like you're reaping the rewards of what you've put out there. So just make sure that what you're putting out there is of your true intention of what it is that you like, that your intent for putting it out or giving it is what you would want to receive in return. Not just the actual thing or the actual act, but it's the karma of it ultimately, right? What you put out there is what you give back. That also has to do with your reasonings for putting something out there. That also plays a part in it too. So if you have ulterior motives for your actions, when things happen for you, there will also be ulterior motives. So, be clear about what it is that you want, so that you're clear about what you're putting out as well as bringing in. And then you'll get what you really, truly desire. In your reading itself, we have in their past position, the Devil and the Page of Swords in reverse. So something has been kind of toxic for you, and it has to do with somebody not being completely honest and hiding things from you. Or maybe you have not been truly honest to those who have been perhaps bad influence on you. I'm getting kind of both energies here. I'm getting that maybe there's a person or multiple people around you that maybe are not the best influence on you and what you want in your life. And you're not necessarily being overly honest with them, that you feel like that way of being is kind of immature. But at the same time, this can be just kind of holding and not being honest with yourself about certain behaviors. And this can be the previous self and then kind of morphing into the new self of what this was talking about. So, not that I think that you're acting in bad vibe here, Aries. It's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just putting out whatever energies are going to come into me here. In your now position, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. 1, 2. It looks as though there has been some kind of, I don't want to say loss, but some kind of warning that you're this feeling that something is not right. It has to do with you making a decision or juggling a lot of things in your life right now. And this can be with this transition into your new way of being and intentions or things that are kind of going on. So you may be feeling this sense of that something needs to be addressed so that it truly speaks to the life that you want, and that this is the transition that you're making right now. And this can be speaking your truth to the people who you feel are not acting in your best interests, okay? Kind of am getting that feeling as well. In the future position, you have the Six of Wands and the Chariot. So it looks like there's some kind of loss that's coming here, and I don't see it as being a bad thing, to be really honest with you. I'm kind of seeing it as you letting go of the previous way of being that you have been experiencing, and that you are going to have a victory. You are going to have this Chariot, but it requires you to make this decision. And it looks like this general theme that's popping out to me in your reading overall is that there's this weighing of two directions to go, and the decision is up to you. But know that whatever way that you choose to go, that this law of karma, what you put out there, you get back. So the choice is yours. It is always yours, Aries. Whatever it is that you want, it's up to you to decide what you want and then to act accordingly. And that's a lot of what this reading is talking about, is a lot about a decision that you're making. So I'm going to leave that there. I am going to go ahead and pull these oracle cards. I am using first the Enchanted Map oracle cards. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What advice do you have for Aries? That's interesting. Wide Open. Pisces also got the exact same card. Okay, and then Santa Muerte oracle for the second card. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What messages do you have for Aries? Advice for the month of August. Oh, you got two. You have 12 and 21. That's interesting. Mirrored numbers. 1, 2, 2, 1 all together. Okay, I am going to read from the book on these in order to give you a very clear picture of what it is without my interpretation of it. We have Wide Open. The quote for this card is, "You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. The Wide Open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time, so speak up and speak out. This card is the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibility. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream." Okay. And then I'm going to read for the others. Let's see, 12 is first. And Tizcalipoca. I'm sorry. I'm horrible at pronouncing the names of these cards for this deck. I really need to work on it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read the description of the card also for you on this one. It says, ancient god of the night, of war, of education, and temptation. He is portrayed holding a mirror with which he kills his enemies, forcing them to face their contradictions and discordance. For this reason, he is governed by the archetype of chaos, but he is also capable of sacrificing himself. In fact, he lost a leg after using it as bait to attract the monster Chipekli, whose body was used to form the earth and human beings. That's kind of cool. The advice of the dead here is assess in a period of pause and meditation what needs to be sacrificed to leave the chaos you find yourself in. You will thus be able to obtain great advantages from this new perspective. I think that is great advice for specifically the reading that we just had for you. Okay, and then the next one, oh, so much easier to say, Instincts, number 21. Okay, instincts represent the innate behaviors that are not the result of a learning process connected to the intellect, nor to personal or emotional choices that derive from the energy contact of emotions. Instinct is rather a force that taps into the collective unconscious and flows directly to the will. It is something intrinsically connected to our desires, our true nature, our creativity, and sexuality. The advice of the dead here is indulge the flame that you feel burning without repressing it. Transform it into your strong point with pride, and you will obtain the results you desire. All right, kind of a push and pull there. Okay, Aries, I am going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am truly grateful. I hope that something resonated for you. And for more clarification, please check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. There will also be a pick a card option once I finish with all the signs. So if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel, and it lets me know it resonates with you. Down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It is not expected, but genuinely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you so much, Aries, and I will see you next time.